Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Couple Abroad. We have a very busy itinerary for the next couple days. We're still in Bordeaux, France, but we start out the video with doing a walking tour, this time guided. Then we travel to Chateau Pape Clement, where we do a tour of the vineyard. We learn how wine is made, and we also get to do a little bit of wine sampling as well. After the vineyard, we head on to the museum, Cité du Vin, and here we learn even more about the wine culture here in Bordeaux. But without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. I think we should do a self-guided versus walking tour, and whether or not it's worth it. So, stay tuned.
So we are coming in a similar tour of the route that we did yesterday. I actually think it's the same route, but with an actual tour guide. My fella over there.
And we showed up late, about 10 minutes late. So we had to meet
4 minutes.
So we had to meet the group elsewhere. And then 2, we're the only people that don't speak French. So man's kind of pissed. And he just speaks really, really fast, and I don't super hear what he's saying, and I just keep nodding. But it's cool.
Yeah, and he explained the history of Bordeaux and the buildings around here. And so for example, this was an old library, actually older than the church. But when this church was built, this library was adapted to sort of like match with the church.
Demandez à Tati Wiki ou à Tonton Gog, normalement vous devriez trouver des photos du clocher de Notre-Dame de Bordeaux. Un beau clocher.
We are currently towards the end of our tour, and to be honest, it's a little bit awkward that we're the only people who speak English, because he explains what we're going to see to us before we see it, and then once we get there, because he talks so fast, like we kind of forget what he was saying that we're supposed to look out for, and then we stand in the place for a really long time while he speaks to the other group. So
like, I kind of like how he does it, like explain it to us on the way there and then explain it to the French people once we get there.
It's more efficient.
Yeah, but it is just, so apparently they have different tours for different languages in the high season, but we're in the slow season right now.
Yeah.
So now we're just mixing everybody in one tour, and unfortunately everybody is all French speaking people and us.
Which is kind of silly, and I know he's talking about us at some points, but I don't know what he's saying.
I do not think he's talking about us.
Something like, "Where are my Americans?" And then he went to go find us. But we'll talk about this more later, but we got the city pass. And
it's a great deal.
It is a great deal. With the city pass, this tour is free, so I definitely think that, like, if you get the city pass,
it is free with the city pass.
Yeah. So like, if you get the city pass, this tour is worth it. But if not, so far I think the self-guided tour is bomb. I want to go to this coffee shop right now.
So based on what we were learning, balconies around here are all flat because they're newer. Balconies used to be in this way. They used to be rounded, and this is the only fully rounded balcony that there is in Bordeaux still. And funny enough, it is above Shake That Sweet Bar. So the way they recommend you to come in these tours is by coming in a car. We do not have a car.
We have a tour at 2, and I really hope we don't miss it.
Yeah, because we were supposed to be here 15 minutes before the tour at 2, and it is 2. Google Maps brought us to the entrance that is all the way over there, and unfortunately that was closed, so we had to walk all the way here. And I'm sure in a car that would be like a 1 or 2 minute drive, but for us it was a long time walking.
On the grapes, because the sun will go both ways. Okay, so that is a very good explanation. So what we do usually, we start, they should be starting right now. Is that okay for you, Beatrice?
Yeah.
You speak a little bit in degrees Celsius also. You should just look at that. Tables, and with these tables we can do like the picking up.
Considered like a religious place?
No. Okay. No. This is just in France we really make a difference.
Oh, it's
I can understand a little bit the speaking is very hard for me. Even like if I'm trying to speak Spanish, I'm gonna end up to speak Italian. Because it's too close for me, so no.
There's like a castle in the back.
This is what we call the bravos. The bravos are actually these stones. And as we were saying during the tour, this type of soil is it's quite wool, okay? And it's very well drained, so it means that when it's raining, the water is not going to stop here, it's going to go deeper and deeper. But
Here is the wine museum, and it's so foggy outside you can't even see it. It's called Le Cité du Vin.
The Cité du Vin.
Cité du Vin. And it's really cold today. 29 degrees. But it's supposed to be warmer. I don't know how it warms up so fast. We got our tickets. Upside down. Do it again.
So what are we doing, Madame Gato?
We are on the 8th floor of the museum, and with the museum tickets,
You didn't see anything because it is really foggy outside.
with the museum tickets you get tickets to the permanent exhibit and then also to this floor, and on this floor you get to choose one glass of wine. I would say they have about 12 different glasses from different countries as well. I chose a white wine from France, and Titi chose a red wine from Bordeaux. And usually you're able to look out and see things, but it is still very foggy and we see nothing.
It is kind of weird because it is like nice wine and it's just everyone standing and walking. Yeah, it is fine, but it's interesting because it is like drinking a Coke, but it's fancy wine.
It's Coke. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Our next video is our final Paris vlog, so stay tuned for that.
Baila.
Are you gonna tell them about the hour?
If you bailas, 1, 2, 3, baila, baby, baila. Baila, baby, baila.